Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. It has been since the 24th of January now that we're making another video. So it's been a few weeks now, a couple of weeks. And on the 24th of January, we did hit the low here, the 0.887 fib level at around 15.5 cents. So we did talk about this area again as a target area for the current correction, as for so many other cryptos which are moving in a very similar wave pattern at the moment, an ABC. And there are a few possibilities here how we can interpret that, and we're getting to that in a minute. But GALA did correct down quite a lot, came into the region here that I did expect for many other cryptos as well. Many altcoins just have this 90% sell-off coming down all the way to the 0.887 fib level. GALA did that as well, which is actually good to see that it came all the way down there. And then that means theoretically we could interpret this as being the completion of the correction already, but in line with my expectation for Bitcoin, I would also expect another move down here for GALA. And so what did we do? So we did come up here in a larger wave one into November 21, started very similar to many other cryptos here in ABC correction. In that wave B, many people got too bullish again. That's always a risk in a wave B. That wave B, however, didn't go too high. Some other cryptos made a wave B that got all the way up to the all-time high. I think GALA just didn't have the power back then because it did already move up very strongly here in this wave one. Did then come down here, obviously A, B, and now we're in this wave C. Now, how can we understand that wave C? In the wave C, few ways to understand this. So my primary view would be that we have here a wave one coming down, into December 21, a wave two, and then we have completed the wave three here also in January, around the 21st, I think that was, of January, or 22nd. We are now in wave four, and then there will be another wave five down. That could just be something like, called a truncation, where we basically come down to the low of the wave three again, or even come down a little bit lower. Why do I think that? Well, I think what we've seen in terms of the wave count here, the wave three also needs to have 5 waves. So you've got your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is why I think that completed the wave 3, and the way this started here, does look for me very wave 4 like. You see this movement here, a lot of sideways movement, price really struggling, and this is typical for a wave 4. I did explain that in my Bitcoin videos as well, because if this had already been the low, for example the wave 5, you would typically see a very, very strong move up. Just didn't see it. Also, the indicators basically, unfortunately don't have the weekly one here on this chart, but the indicators, like here for example the 4-day chart, is just falling down. It's just still falling. Yes, we see some decreasing selling pressure, but that comes from the long sideways movement that GALA did now in the wave 4, and it's turning around, to be fair, but still in the bearish range on the 4-day chart. So I'm a bit careful, but the other possibility that we could see here wouldn't be my primary expectation, but it's a possibility that this in some way here was already the wave 3. You see wave 4 here, that was definitely a possibility for a wave 4. It has retraced enough for a wave 4, and then that this was the wave 5. And then that we're already seeing here the next beginning of an impulse. Basically also because GALA did break out of this descending trend line. We had a descending trend line here coming down. It broke through it and also broke through the 20-day moving average. Basically a similar picture that we are seeing for many other cryptos as well. But let's first define, let's just go with my primary expectation for now. Let's just say, all right, this is a wave 4. How high can the wave 4 go? If you're watching my Bitcoin videos and also Solana and Ethereum videos, you know that I gave you a target area that I do expect for these cryptos to be reached. And here for GALA, the equivalent, so basically looking at the retracement of the wave 4, the 24 cent would have been the minimum. So it did already get to that level. So let me just show you. Let's just put it on the chart, just so for the next video we've got it visually. So between 24 cents, that's what's reached already. That would be for wave 4, the minimum retracement. It has reached that basically today or yesterday. That is what a wave 4 needs to do. yeah, as a minimum. Ideally, you want to get to 30.7 cents. That's the 0.382 fib level. The maximum of this wave 4 I would consider to be 35 cents. But ideally, we want to get the price level to the 30.7 cents. So primarily, I would expect the price to reach this area here. Yeah. So in any way, I would expect probably a further price increase, especially as the 0.214 fib level was broken. The next resistance will be here at 30.7 cents. And you can see on the way down, we had here support as well and resistance. So that will be an additional level of resistance here. So I'll keep it on the chart like that. As we're talking, the price already moves up to 25 cents. So yeah, I would expect that in line with what I do expect for Bitcoin as well, which is at the moment a little bit of further price increases before we see another leg down. But of course, it could be, there is always a probability that the correction was already in, because we came down in this higher degree correction. Yeah, what I just showed you here in the beginning, this wave 2 to the downside, we did come down all the way to the 0.887 fib level. And based on that, it could be that the correction is already in. So unfortunately, we don't know that yet. We don't know that really until we really make a significant higher high here. And I wouldn't be confident to say that until we get above, yeah, probably the 0.618 fib level here at 36 cents. You can see we had resistance here as well. So you never really know in the crypto market anyway. You never really know with stocks and shares as well. But overall, and I did say that before, the current prices generally for metaverse cryptos I find very attractive, even now after such an increase already. Because just remember from where we come from. We come from an area of around 85 cents, yeah. And what I really think I mean, with the metaverse cryptos, generally what we need to say, I mean, if we can just take a look here on CoinMarketCap, sorry. Just take a look on CoinMarketCap. If we just generally go to CoinMarketCap, take a look here generally at the metaverse cryptos, yeah. There are hundreds, I don't even know how many there are, maybe thousands of different projects. And to be fair, probably the vast minimum of them will be here in the next few years, yeah. But I think 2022 will be another good year for the metaverse. I think every major company is just going into the metaverse. There are many micro caps which probably will go to the moon this year, but they might not be here next year. You know, they will, you know, there are many projects which are just launched which probably won't deliver. What I try to stay away from is projects that are just a single game, yeah, because unless it has really and I think it has real potential, but I know it's very risky. What I try to go with is like the platform cryptos, like Sandbox, which basically is a platform for various other smaller games or projects, right? And also one example is Engine Coin, which is not really a game. It's more related to NFTs and you know, and the metaverse and play to earn. And then we talked about here GALA, of course, you know, which is also a platform through which various games are being developed and launched. Meta Hero, for example, you know, being one that will have great potential, you know, considering what it can do here in terms of 360-degree cameras and bringing real live images and things onto the blockchain. But other ones like, and I always get asked, can you do a video on Axie Infinity? I'm not too sure. I mean, it has potential, but I think the hype is over. And then it's always like, just look at gaming consoles and PC games. You know, people play them for 1 year, maybe 2 years, and that's it. You know, that's it then. And yeah, I wouldn't be too confident on Axie, for example, or I think it is going to do well in the next move up as well, don't get me wrong. But people will lose interest as new games come onto the market, better games, and as that's the advantage with these platforms like GALA, like Sandbox, that there is much more opportunity for them to be a space for further projects, you know, themselves. But don't get me wrong, there are other projects here, Illuvium, certainly interesting. But again, it's just another game, you know, and they have to deliver. Blocktopia is a bit different because that is a metaverse in its own as well, where you will be able to go, whatever, shopping, you know, buy your stuff and everything, go trading maybe with Binance and interact. To be fair, I try to, where I can, I think, I try to focus more on the platforms. But as I said, the whole 2022 year will probably be good for the metaverse. I think in the next wave up, the next leg up, probably all of these will profit massively, you know. But the message is here, maybe in a few years, you don't know what's going to be here, you know. I'm more confident that, for example, an Ethereum will be here in 3 years than I'm confident that maybe here, I mean, I don't even know what some of these are, that Wilder World will be here, I don't know. And I did say that before, that Mana, even though it is one of the first, or maybe even the first one, I don't know, and probably the biggest project here, which might be flipped by Sand at some point, I just don't think it has that much potential. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't see it, but you know, I've tried it. You get into that metaverse, you can walk around, you know, that's it pretty much. And I don't think that many people are going to go for it. That's just my view. Maybe I'm wrong. Where I think there is more potential in the Sandbox, maybe GALA, because these games are fun as well, you know, especially GALA. Sandbox I haven't tried yet, but yeah. So I think there is a lot of potential in the metaverse space, and I think for GALA as well here, the next wave up. I don't know if that is already the wave. My primary view would be we do a bit of a fake out here and then go down again, but it could already be. That's why I've secured some GALA coins at this price for myself, at close to that box down here, or at the box, in the box. But I think the long term, or the potential for the next wave up here, I mean, that could go certainly 133 we've got on here. The 1.618 would be the at least level for me, all the way up to the 200%, so 163, and if we're lucky, maybe it could even go just above $2 with a 2.618 extension. That would be a 10x nearly from the current level. But yeah, generally I think GALA is gonna do well, yeah, it's gonna do well because it's one of these platforms which I think is having a lot of potential. Now, is it gonna be here in 5 years? I don't know, but I think 2022 should be good, and probably 2023 as well, depending on when the bull run is going to end. Yeah, but first of all, we need to get back into a bull run, right? So that's the question here. So I try to be prepared for both scenarios here, but I'm aware that should we go down once more, I'll probably then buy more. Should we go down once more, I'm happy to hold what I already secured at this price here, and I think there will then be at some point here, we're close to the low anyway. Maybe we've already seen it, I don't think we have, but we are fairly close. Alright, so hopefully you liked the update about GALA. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe, and if you really like the content, maybe consider to join as a channel member. Thanks a lot for watching, bye bye.